Everything worthwhile is uphill. Everything. There's nothing quick. There's nothing easy. There's nothing fast. There are no shortcuts to success. It's all uphill. We need to accept that life is difficult, life is challenging, life is tough. Life's not easy. Always has been, always will be. The problem is we have uphill hopes, we have downhill habits. And downhill isn't going to get us where we want to get.
No one is going to come into your life and do the work for you. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to walk over and turn off Netflix. No one is coming to tell you to get out the door and go on a run. No one is coming to tell you to pick up the phone and make the phone call. It's up to you, and it's always going to be up to you. And whether you succeed or whether or not you fail is up to you.
Action separates the players from the pretenders. Nothing happens until you take action.
Talk equals regrets, action equals results.
If you can believe it, you can achieve it. This is something that you hear a lot of. But guess what? Belief by itself doesn't get you anything.
Everyone wants some magic pill, some life hack that eliminates the need to do the work, but that does not exist. No.
You know what you need to do. It's in your mind right now.
So make yourself do it. You've got to hold the line. You've got to make it happen.
Work, action, actually doing something. That's what you have to do to achieve anything.
Don't think anymore. Don't plan anymore. Don't make any more excuses or justifications. No.
Eventually, you know what you gotta do? You gotta do the work. Don't keep playing around. Yeah, you gotta believe it, but you better get the work done.
Every person who has experienced the highest levels of success was the type of person of pure action. It wasn't because they had a great idea or a breathtaking dream, but because they executed that idea and acted to turn that dream into reality. So the most life-changing thing you can do for yourself is to stop fucking dreaming and start fucking doing. Stop excusing and start executing. Stop wondering why you don't have the resources and opportunities that other people do, and stop whining about all your so-called problems and get to fucking work. You gotta make a decision that you are not gonna be like everybody else. You are not gonna fucking do what they do. You are not gonna live how they live. You are not gonna eat how they eat. You're not gonna drink how they drink. You're not gonna do the kind of work they can do. And then you gotta go do that. And you gotta do it one day at a time.
Violence of action. Go on the attack. You start feeling that procrastination set in, attack it with violence of action and start doing what you're supposed to do.
If you could fix procrastination, what would your life be like?
You better wake up every single day, and when you wake up, you better create your own sense of urgency, because some kind of way, urgency is a motivator. If this year was your last year, how would you live it? How would you show up? Not just for yourself, but for your kids, for your spouse, for your parents, for your brothers and sisters. I'm talking about healthy urgency to say, you know what, I'm not gonna waste a day. I'm not gonna waste a moment. I'm not gonna waste my life anymore.
And your fucking life tells a story. There ain't no fucking unfair bullshit happening here. You're not a fucking victim. You're a victim of yourself. You're a victim of your own fucking ass voice that tells you not to do the shit that you know you're supposed to do.
Plan what you do, and then do what you plan.
People who are extremely driven, extremely successful, they have the ability to mentally flip that switch to where they don't have a choice but to do the things they need to do. Because they'll talk as if they don't have a choice. They think that if they don't succeed, their world will end. And you know what? Their world will end, because that's how much fucking pride and how much focus and how much intensity and how much drive and how much value they put on success. To where if they don't get to where they want to go, their life will have been a waste. And too many people look for a scapegoat to pass the blame for their lack of progress in any area, when they should be looking in the mirror and asking themselves, have I done the work? Look at anybody who's in great physical shape. You don't see them out drinking beers every fucking night. No, they're at the fucking gym. And guess what they're doing at the gym? They're working the fucking plan. Winners believe in cause and effect. Winners understand that they're in control, and winners do what they've got to do, whether they feel like it or not.
When no one's around, when no one's looking at you, when no one's cheering, it's just you and your shadow. Who are you? How do you hold yourself? How do you see yourself? What do you do when no one's watching?
Greatness is a lot of small things done well. Day after day, workout after workout, obedience after obedience, day after day.
You know what you gotta do to get to paradise? You gotta fight like fucking hell to get to fucking paradise. Paradise starts in hell. It's your early mornings, late nights, being misunderstood, having very few friends, being your own cheerleader. Are you those things? People always talk about, you gotta work smarter and not harder. No, you gotta work smarter and you gotta work harder.
You're gonna have to be disciplined. You're going to have to be consistent. You're gonna have to do it when nobody else is doing it. The greatest version of you is the disciplined version of you. The greatest version of you is the version that has parameters. No, I don't do that. I don't drink that. I don't go there with these people. I'm focused. I have a prize that's in front of me. I know what I'm supposed to do, and that ain't it. I have to stay right here. I discipline my body. I stay uncomfortable in these situations like an athlete, training it to do what it should. After I get disciplined to do it for a long time, I start desiring it. You are now turning a discipline into a desire. And now what was used to be a dread becomes something that you know is making you better. I'm better uncomfortable.
You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day.
A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work.
Cause he loves the process.
It is in practicing. It is in lifting weights. It is in resting. It is in eating right. It is in making good decisions that you look a certain way. It is the process of the grind that shapes you and forms you. The real grind is in the dark when nobody sees you, when nobody knows what you're doing. When you put in those extra reps, it is in the process that you get better. It's in the process that don't nobody know your name, and 5 years later, you're one of the best in the world. Why? The process. I don't get up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm broke. Then why do you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Because I ain't finished yet.
The deeper the process, the greater the reward.
We're not living by the clock, man. If you do the clock says it's 10 o'clock time to go to sleep, or 9 to 5 time to go to work, that's bullshit. If you're in bed right now and you're rolling around, you can't fall asleep, get the fuck up. It probably means you haven't done an honest day's work to earn that rest at night. 2 a.m., not a fucking person's here. I can put an honest day's work in here that more than anyone does in a week, and no one sees it, because it's supposed to be that way. This is a fucking means to the ends. It's not the ends. You're not in here to get an achievement. You're in here to pay your fucking dues, so later in life you never wonder what if. Not run by the clock. Run by our desire where we want to go tomorrow. Our competition's fucking asleep right now. We're getting ahead of that competition. The margins between first and loser, the second place finisher, growing and growing and growing. They're all gonna fight for second place.
Do you think Michael Jordan was interested in just being a basketball player? Do you think Kobe Bryant was just interested in winning championships? Interested is a fucking hobby. You have to be obsessed.
Excellence is not an accident in somebody's life. When no one's watching, do you get up and run at 5 in the morning when it's pouring down rain? As a person of principle, a person of character that values who the they are, and everything they do accordingly. You don't go in here blindly, you go in here with a fucking purpose, mentally believing it, like Muhammad Ali. He called himself the greatest fighter before he ever won something. He believed it. He had a strong directional path of where he's heading, going to work every single day when no one's watching, paying your fucking dues every single day, so that this belief rises to a level of maturity that others like, yeah, man, way to go. There's no half-ass here, half-ass there, half-ass there, and then when it matters, oh, I'll give it my all. It doesn't work that way. If you half-ass it here and there and there and there, you learn to half-ass it. So when it does matter, you don't know anything else but half-ass. You will never succeed that way. Who stands up, picks up the trash when no one's looking? The same person that's on top of the podium later in life. If you start shortcutting these things, as if, oh, no one's watching, doesn't matter, eventually it's gonna come back to bite you in the ass. It won't. If everything you do, you put your name to the best of who you are. How do you know you're on the right path? When the small things mean as much as a big fix.
Lou Gehrig played 2,130 straight games of baseball from 1925 to 1939.
All he did to become great was show up every single day. Do you think out of 2,130 games, he was never hurt? You think he was healthy every single game? You think he felt his best every single game? You think he didn't have no family problems in those 2,130 days, that just everything in his life was going great? Nope, but he made a commitment. Commitment means staying loyal to what you said you were going to do long after the mood you said in left.
Meaning when you don't feel like getting up in the morning, you get your butt up in the morning, you do what you said you were going to do anyway. Meaning when you don't feel like sacrificing, you get your butt up and you sacrifice anyway. Meaning when you don't feel like being dedicated to it, you stay your butt dedicated anyway because you understand what the process will go on to produce later on in your life.
Winners do consistently what amateurs do occasionally. Amateurs, the people that want to get big but never get big, or want to grow but never grow, the people that run their mouth to yapping, jaw-jacking, they never seem to get what they want. It's because they're doing it occasionally. The winners out there, the top 1%'s the Lions. You know what they're doing? They're doing it consistently. Greatness comes from doing mundane shit that average people can't keep doing. It's not all fucking sexy and fired up. It's staying consistent, doing the shit you need to do over and over and over and over.
I practice so much that when I get up and do the big gigs and stuff that count, I lick it. Why? Because I practice over and over and over and over and over. So when I get up there and do my thing, there's no errors because I've been so consistent that my body's like, boom, it's showtime. This is what we do. This is how we do it. And so if you would learn to be consistent, if you would learn to have a little consistency, that your momentum would kick in and take you to places you never thought you could go. We went from the backyard to the world. Why? Consistency. I need you to grind. Just be consistent. Wash the dishes and wash the dishes 100%. Mop the floor and mop it 100%. Go to work and do your work. Don't just go to work when you feel like it. Go to work every single day. Work on it every day. Even when you down and out. Even when you're not feeling it, still do it. Why? People who do stuff consistently and on time, they get the same consequences. They get paid. They get rewarded.
When you say you're gonna do something, you have to do it until you damn die. That's the secret. Every freaking day. Not some days, not 5 days a week, 7 days a week. The only people you know, and you know their names, are people that execute and that are consistent. People don't want to tell you the truth no more. They want to make you feel good. I don't care about making you feel good. I want to give you the truth. You don't train and get better? If you don't become a better version of yourself, guess what? Every single one of you are screwed.
Life does not reward people who wait to see what happens. What you put in, you will get out. Because you can think about it, you can wish for it, you can hope for it, you can think all about it all as long as you want. But unless you get out every single motherfucking day and put in the work, inch by motherfucking inch, you will never get there. So while you sit there, start thinking that no one is going to fuck with me. Start thinking that no one is going to throw me off course. Start thinking, I don't give a fuck if the world fucking ends. I'm achieving this motherfucking goal. Take pride in doing the hard shit nobody else will do. Take pride in working out in the elements when no one else is fucking willing to do that. Take pride in doing the work that your fucking coworkers won't do. Take pride in training yourself in ways that other people won't. Those are the people that win. Those are the people that run shit. It doesn't just happen. You have to fucking make it happen. This shit is hard. It takes a long time. That's not the old-fashioned way. That's not the hard way. That's not the more inconvenient way. It's not the long way. It's not the tough way. It's just the fucking way. You're gonna have to fucking earn it.
I will never quit. I will always be consistent. I will never slow down, and I will always come back. Nobody wants to stand in front of somebody that won't stop fighting. That's the dangerous power of an underdog.
Even you get knocked down, you get back up, and you get back up, and you get back up, and you continue to throw shit against the wall. Because you believe in the purpose, you find value in it. It's the choices you make on every fucking rep. Every set, when the pain says hello, do you say goodbye? What are you doing? How bad do you want it? Or you already see yourself stronger from it before you enter it? You had the value and the vision up here before you applied the effort and the work in there. That notion, if you had that belief, will bear the fruits of your conviction.
As hard as you're going to work for yourself, you're going to find yourself in conflict working against yourself. Assignments that you will be given, you will find ways to get busy and not to do them, or to become distracted, or let any kind of excuse stop you from honoring a commitment to yourself. Just watch this. Just observe yourself.
You sabotage your own potential through procrastinating, through not taking care of business, not spending your time wisely, squandering your time looking at a lot of idle television, or spend all your time lamenting and complaining about how bad things are, using your energy negatively rather than positively, complaining rather than producing.
Things I know I should do, I don't do. Things I shouldn't do, I do. I found that the biggest enemy you have to deal with is yourself.
There's so many distractions out here, and all type of strategies that keep you distracted, algorithms, all kinds of stuff.
You want your dream? You gotta cut the noise. You gotta not be like everybody else. You gotta put away all the social media, all the apps that are fighting for your attention, and you gotta boil it down to exactly what it is you're trying to achieve.
You have to find a routine and stick with it.
Every single one of you has an opportunity every single day to make these small daily acts of excellence, optimization, and creativity that will ultimately build a life of greatness. It's about what you do every single day with utter consistency that over time creates mastery.
I am an underdog, and for a living, I have destroyed people who are more talented than me, who are distracted. I stay focused and intent and intense to purposely destroy people who are more talented than me, who are distracted. And most people get just enough talent to feel like they win, and then they let distractions come on in this world because they let their damn guard down. Knock it off. Stay focused. We need to go through a season right now of saying no. If what you're doing today doesn't match that goal, it's got to go away.
Every multi-millionaire and every multi-billionaire in this world have all decided that I'm gonna commit myself to this career, this vision, this goal, training, education, no parties. They're gonna call you names. They're gonna say that you're a weirdo because you don't f with nobody. Those are the characteristics of a champion. Those are the characteristics of someone that have said that I have decided that I'm gonna create a shift in this universe.
I'm going to force myself to get up early and practice. I'm going to force myself to lift weights. I'm going to force myself to study. Because when you do that, you don't have to worry about rewards when you're doing the work. When you're doing the work, the rewards will come. Rewards come after you work, not before. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. You have no control over rain, no control over the snow, no control over the temperature. What I'm asking you to do to blow up this year, I'm asking you to control what you can control. You can control going to bed. You can control getting up. You can control being on time. You can control going to class. You can control showing up. You can control doing your homework. You can control your attitude. You can control being nice. You can control doing what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it.
What's your state? Are you in a state of focus? Are you pumped up? Are you breathing deeply? Are you lasered in on something? Are you completely in there? Or is your state a distracted, diverted state? Hunched over, watching TV, looking at your phone. All of that stuff distracts us. Or are you in a state totally pumped up, totally focused on your dreams, lasered in?
We got enough power, we misdirect it. We think of too many unimportant things. Our mind's shooting all over the place.
If you focus on something every single day and you ask yourself, how can I improve it? And you demand from yourself that somehow it has to get better, you will master that area of focus. I don't care what it is.
You're only limited by weakness of attention.
All you need is to give it your full attention, the will to do it. See, the will gives us the ability to concentrate. If you can think it and you can let yourself get emotionally involved with it and you stay focused on it, you can have it. Get the thing that you want more than anything else riveted in your mind, and then take every bit of information and relate it to the goal.
You don't have to be perfect, but what you have to do is perfect the day. You'll never be perfect. As long as you're alive, there's always progress. You can always get better, but listen to me. I want you to practice perfecting the 24 hours, 60 minutes in a day, 1,440 seconds. That's what I want you to concentrate on. I want you to concentrate on the now. When I get up in the morning, I try to perfect the day. I try to do what I didn't do the day before. I try to do what I didn't do last year. I try to do what I didn't do the year before. I'm trying to be responsible for the now. I'm trying to perfect the now. I'm trying to look at each second and make sure I'm doing something each second. I want to make sure each minute I'm doing something each minute. I want to make sure every hour I'm doing something every hour. I want to make sure in that day I'm getting something done. On Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, that I'm effective. I need you to stop trying to do it big. I need you to fall in love with small, and guess what? Big gonna be attracted to you. If you fall in love with every second, every minute, every hour of the day, and you focus on the now, you master the now. You become an expert of the now. If you perfect every day, if you perfect every opportunity, if you perfect every skill, I guarantee you're gonna have it, you're gonna be it, you're gonna do it.
Your brain is being controlled every second of every day. The question is, are you controlling it, or is something else? What is enslaving you? What's trapping you? What's controlling your thoughts, your ideas? Is it the internet drawing you in and controlling your time? Is it drugs or alcohol numbing your brain and diminishing your desires? Are you proactively thinking about things? Because you should be. Don't get caught off guard. Think about what is going on. Because in this day and age, right now, if you aren't careful, you can slide down the path of least resistance, the path to weakness. Over time, it catches up. You end up out of shape, you end up broke, you ended up with wasted time and wasted life. Life will happen to you instead of life happening for you. Do not allow that. Just do not allow that. You have to take control. You've got to do something to get control of your brain. Turn off that autopilot. Grab the wheel and steer your habits and your routines and steer your life in the direction you actually want to go. You need to audit yourself, but you need to do it with the truth. What are you doing right now? Are you not doing anything? Are you doing something stupid? Or are you making progress? What are you doing right now? You cannot lie to yourself, even in the littlest way. You gotta run the numbers. You gotta account for everything. If you tell yourself the truth, and the truth is, I'm not happy with where I'm at. The truth is, I can do more. The truth is, I can be in better shape. The truth is, I can work harder than I'm working right now. The truth is, I can do more for my family. The truth is, I can do much better than I'm doing right now. If that's the real truth, if that's what you believe, you won't have to find more discipline. Discipline will find you. It will wake you up in the morning.
One of the greatest disciplines that you can exercise is constantly training your brain to only focus on desirable outcomes. Where would you be in your business, your life, your health if you were only creating desirable outcomes?
You want to do big Let me explain the difference between you and everyone else. Your plan and the discipline in which you enforce it in. If you're going to physically write out your plan and you're going to say, this is what I'm going to do now. You create a solid plan. When it gets uncomfortable, when the temptation to deviate comes in, to not trust the plan, you don't change. All you have to do is make a freaking plan and then not deviate from it. How many hours are you going to work? What's your energy going to be like? What is it going to look like every freaking day? Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Most of you never get to the big compound effect of the hard work because you keep deviating from the freaking plan. You keep not showing up with the intensity in which you need to come with.
The secret is
to make a plan, execute the plan, become obsessed with the plan, and make it your entire life from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed for 20 fucking years. Successful people look at a huge project, a huge dream, a huge goal, and instead of cowering down and making excuses to why it can't be done, they make a plan. And they execute on that plan weekly, daily, hourly, 24/7, 365 until they get what the fuck they're after.
It's always a result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. You have to have stamina this year. Because every time you stop, every time you start, every time you stop, every time you start, you're messing up your momentum. And so I want you to have the stamina, figure out what your pace is. Don't operate at anybody else's pace. Find your pace, and you stay at that pace. One of the ways to be successful is to do it and do it every day and commit to every day. Whether you feel good or you don't feel good. Because success is not a feeling. I'm just saying, whatever you do, be on time and be consistent.
If you're gonna get anything great in this life, you're gonna have to become a freaking savage. I want you guys to work with so much passion and so much intensity and so much energy that people question why you're doing this. The reason why the 99% don't do it is because it's comfortable to not work your plan. It is very uncomfortable to work your plan because your plan was made to make you successful, and only uncomfortable being done gets you successful. Uncomfort pays. Comfort kills.
Every single day is a win or a loss. Did you do what you needed to do today? Because that's all that matters. And when you string enough wins in a row, you create a habit of winning. You are in control. There is no magic. There is no luck. It's one day at a time, one win at a time, until you make winning who the fuck you are.
It does not matter how long it takes. They reward you for being mentally tough.
Our minds are morphing from minute to minute if we let them.
Either you control your thoughts or the world around you does. Either you're taking charge of where your life goes or someone or something else is.
We are losing control. If you don't take control, we live in a society full of sharks. This world is run primarily by sharks. And I promise you, if you don't become one, they will eat you alive. Right down the area you know you most need to take control. Like right this second, I know this is the area that's gotten out of control. I'm getting up and watching that program I should be watching. I'm drinking that stuff I should be drinking. I'm going places I should. Write down right now the thing that you just like for real, lost control. Cut it off. Your cell phone, cut it off. If it's not helping you, cut it off. Do what you're supposed to do. You ain't no boy no more. No more playing after today. Anything that's not in alignment with your dreams and your goals, let it go. You're not a victim. Take control of your life. Every single thing in my life, I gotta have control of it. I gotta take control. And so I gotta go to bed at a certain time. I gotta wake up at a certain time. There's certain things I can't eat, certain things I can't watch, certain things I can't do.
We think, according to psychologists, 40 to 50,000 thoughts a day. So now you want to begin to hone in on your thoughts. Keep an eye single. You want to focus. You want to begin to discipline yourself, to control your thinking.
All you gotta do is look in the mirror. All you gotta do is deal with yourself, and then we're gonna get to a whole other level. I want you to go look yourself in the mirror, and I want you to vow. No more excuses. From this day forward, I'm not just gonna be getting pumped up. I'm not just gonna be fired up. I'm about to start applying. The difference between people who talk about it and people who do it is one simple word, application. They hear it, and they don't just hear it, they digest it, and when they digest it, boom, they do something with it.
Put the pressure on your brain, on your thoughts, on how you're thinking. When you learn because you are actively engaging your brain and processing information and making it part of your usable knowledge, taking it to apply it to a problem and solve a problem, that
is the game changer.
It's about hardening your fucking brain. It's about making you a fucking mental weapon. It's about getting in control of all the shit that holds you up, that is fucking your own life up, that exists in here in your brain. It's about building confidence, building grit, building fortitude, building self-esteem, building discipline, all this shit that you thought other people just fucking had. It's about building all those things within yourself. How different would your fucking life look if you had this shit? It would look completely different. Your entire life. The house you live in will be different. The car you drive will be different. Your fucking job will be different. Everything will be different. That's the difference between hoping you get somewhere and knowing you're going to get somewhere. That's the difference between dreamers and fucking doers. It's the difference between I could have been or I am. And it all starts with taking control of the days that you seem to be out of control.
Stay plugged in. Keep this thing sharp. Never lose your edge. Never.
You have to be willing to push through discomfort. You have to be willing to grit it out. Nothing that you're about to try or do or achieve that is worthwhile is going to be comfortable for you during the process of creating it.
The transformation for betterment. Knowing it gets worse before it gets better. Consistent, every day. Dedication, due diligence, sacrifice. It's not supposed to be an easy sail of life. No change for the betterment ever is.
You're too emotional about it. And so there are times where you feel it and you electrify. And there are times when you don't feel it and you cut it off. You gotta move you. If you get to a point in your day and you down and out and you exhausted, you can stop right there and change the mood. You control your feelings. You saw something that threw you off, well, see something that throw you back on. Be very intentional and very deliberate about moving yourself.
Control the things you think about. You can control how you feel. You can control what you think. And you can definitely control what you do.
Do what you say you're gonna do. How much better would the world be if more people did what they say they're going to do? Equate not staying focused with massive pain and discomfort. Create strong visual images of what will happen to your life if you don't do what's most productive at every given moment. If we don't feel discomfort, we'll get lazy and stop doing what we know we must do. Anybody can stay excited for a day, a week, a month, a year. A winner stays excited for however long they need to stay excited.
If you're the kind of person who can decide what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna control the things I can control. I'm gonna control my diet. I'm gonna control what I can drink. I'm gonna control my workouts. I'm gonna control what I do on a daily basis, on what I read, what I put in my brain. And you start developing these mentalities about how to function properly in a progressive way while the rest of the world is in chaos. Let me tell you something. You're gonna become the most bulletproof motherfucker on the face of the fucking planet, because no one will ever be able to fuck with you again, because it doesn't matter what's going on outside of your brain, outside of your body, you're in control. And that is peace of mind, is where happiness comes from, is where fulfillment comes from, is where infectious confidence comes from.
I need you to decide today without anyone else around, who are you going to be, what is the plan going to be, and what's life going to look like from now on, and you're going to attack. Reset your brain, reset your habits, reset your life.
Download this video and audio by becoming a member at benlionelscott.com. Plus, get early access to all new content and hundreds of exclusive videos.